Hi everyone, my name is Noval Kimzulan as the project manager.
My name is Muhammad Abrar Raifa as the UI UX designer.
My name is Fathurrahman Kamil as the illustrator. My name is Rahmat Zaki as concept artist.
And today we will present our project called Data Alchemy Skybound Lab. Data Alchemy Skybound Lab is an edutainment game that transforms how people do data preprocessing through alchemist-based gameplay. In this world, player becomes data alchemist living in the floating laboratory where raw data is collected, cleaned, and transformed into meaningful decisions.
Today, many systems rely heavily on data. However, poor data quality remains a major issue. Datasets often contain first, missing values, second, duplicated entries, third, inconsistent formats, and finally, invalid data. These problems can lead to inaccurate analysis and poor decision making.
Unfortunately, concepts like data cleaning and processing are often considered difficult and too technical, especially for beginners. Because of this, many people struggle to understand how important clean data actually is.
The core gameplay revolves around a complete data processing loop. First, players enter the main hub, which acts as the central laboratory. From there, players access the data collector to gather raw data essence. Each essence contains different data problems and difficulty levels. For example, easier essence may contain duplicate or missing data. Harder essence introduce more complex problems such as outliers and inconsistent values.
After collecting the essence, players move to the cauldron room, which is the core gameplay area. Inside the cauldron interface, players can inspect the dataset using the magical mirror system. The mirror displays the raw data table, including rows, columns, and problematic values.
To clean the data, players use two main mechanics. First, the Potion system. Potion perform global operations such as removing duplicate data, deleting null values, or standardizing formats. Potions are fast but risky if used carelessly.
Second is the glyph system. Glyphs allow players to manipulate data more precisely. Players activate a glyph using a magic wand, then target a specific rows, column, or cells inside the dataset. For example, restoration glyphs fills missing values. Purge glyph remove invalid data. And precision glyph edits specific values. And lastly, the rewind glyph restore previous states. Each action consumes mana, so player must think strategically before casting a spell. As players continues processing the data, they receive immediate feedback, like data changing visually, mana decrease, errors are corrected, and the dataset gradually becomes cleaner. This allows players to directly understand the relationship between data quality and decision making.
After processing data, players submit the final result through the magic circle. The outcome depends entirely on how clean the data is and how efficiently the player used their mana. Clean and efficient processing leads to better outcomes and rewards. Meanwhile, poor quality data can result in failed decisions inside the game world.
Currently, the game focuses on data cleaning. However, the system is designed to expand into business intelligence, decision support system, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and automation system. All of these future systems will depend on the quality of the data processed by the player.
This project primarily supports SDG for quality education by making complex data concept easier and more interactive to learn, and also supports SDG 9 through innovation and digital industry related competency development.
In conclusion, Data Alchemy Skybound Lab transforms complex data processing concepts into an engaging and interactive gameplay experience. By combining education, simulation, and fantasy alchemy, the project introduced data literacy in a more accessible and more memorable way.
Clean data leads to better decisions.